What up, Anti? I mean, aren't you part of my league, Simon? How just happened? No, no, no. You are. Last time I checked the league rank, you were still here. Come on, move. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Bill. How much longer are you gonna stay on, Simon? Or be awake for? You worked last night, didn't you? I don't know why this is being laggy as hell right now. Try to queue up and they don't let me. You gonna see some shitty nature DPS action? Gotcha. Well, last night we did get elite droning on. It's a pain in the ass. I want to pull my hair out, but we managed it. That's our first boss without killing any trap drones in CT. My poor hair is being pulled everywhere. Gather might. No, you're gonna have to do it yourself, dude. It was a pain in the ass. I ended up having to heal it, and we had two precision. We had Val, Spiral was hard light DPS, and then we had Deprived. It took us about a little over an hour because not everybody was familiar with mechanics. I started DPSing it, but like the drones were taking too long to be burnt down. Oh yeah. Like we knew how to do it. It was just because the thing is, it's the positioning of the trap drones when they spawn too. If you have good position on them, there should be an open spot like in the room where you can position yourself, still be able to hit both bosses while still being safe, like distance. Also, you won't get your powers taken away, and you can still hit the Oracle discharge drones. But it's all the random positioning of the trap drones once they actually spawn. That's the bullshit. Because you don't want to be too close to say if one tank gets hit with that shit. One tank gets hit with the like the fucking debuff, and it's all heal. Then you drop aggro, other tank, it gets chaotic. But if you get good positioning on it, it's not even a factor. It's just not burning them at all. No, you can. No, you can. You can put the full augments into the new ones. Is that you can't use the old the old Exo material. You can't use those into the new ones. So all like your MK 14s or whatever, those can't go into the new adaptive augments, but they'll be able to go into the origin augments. What do I even have? Got 2 phylacteries, 2 war suits, 2 observercons, and I could level this one up just to feed into the other one. Now I'm gonna keep them anyway, especially if they're good ones. Like for like a really mad, I know a few people still need it. I'll keep it for the augments like that. But the observercons, like I don't give a shit. The might we're gonna get is gonna outweigh that crit buff anyway. Oh, these guys some super. You saw like it lagged? I put the green on the ground first and I wasn't even in bug form. That's kind of weird. Because one reason I had that Vit one is when I was hard light. It was trolling for a little bit. Oh yeah. If they actually play a important bonus that you get, like an important like bonus for like taking reduced damage or something like mechanic wise, then yeah. But like the one from PCE, it's what is it? I can actually show you now. I thought it was just a crit buff. This one reduces the damage. That's good for if you're mad. That's the lava and the pulse spot shit. This just gives you the that's the crit buff. It's not like a damage reduction or anything like that. Oh shit, I was looking at this fucking chat. But I think you could still use the marketplace exobytes, right? At least for the head. I'm just gonna use it for the head augments. Could you, oh. No, last one two left was import and all his tunes. I know Zappa pulled two people, one person, and it says Jesus is OP, and it, one of his alts, or one of them is his main or whatever. But import went to that better team. He went with Caroline and Paca and Rhea. Some Obsidian, yeah, you could Obsidian Show's video? Yeah, I see this video about the augments. Unless you can't pay for them, like out the marketplace, then it's gonna take forever to level that shit up. Because there are, like, the ones for the head augments, you get like extra marks for the open world shit, reduced damage on the Hydra, which is the last boss for the open world bounty. You know, like I always get the head augments done first. Get all these ads. Okay, go bug form, please, thank you. Yeah, they're 100% drops. So you get them from just killing, like anything from loot. Anything you would get loot from, I think you get the those exobytes. Kind of something similar like that. I'm not on test, so I don't know. But from what I've heard, it's anything that would drop loot, and if you're getting loot, it's you're gonna get the exobytes. So you can't do it loot locked. So you'll get it from the open world bounties, and like the what's the name? It's a solo and the alert in the raid. So anything that will give loot automatically drops that exobyte. It's not part of the loot table, so you don't pick it. It's automatic. So you'll get that plus whatever the loot is. Can I fix this shit so I can There we go. I was looking at my phone, so I couldn't see shit. You know where to go, Boba. Well, the DLC's coming out in sometime in August. You're gonna be back in August, right? I can actually take this shit off my phone now, cause like I said, you better fucking go mow the lawn or some bullshit. I want to tell you. That's so stupid, dude. You're fucking 19 and you're getting treated like a child. No, I don't think that's fair what they're doing to you, but whatever. I mean, you gotta compete with nature guys, so... so I mean, good luck. You got me, Stooge. Fucking, Zappa. Scally. Deprive putting in that work, too. Quantum Prec, but, I'm seeing them flurry shots. He got them shits down. Even though they're nerfing that shit, but he got the sauce. You still up there? You still in my top 3. Nah, maybe. I could take you like a melee because I could use scattered growth. But if I can't melee, you got me a single target. Like I'm talking like this melee, like no roar. Just because like the moves hit harder and I have access to another supercharge. But it's single target, like this gadget prec is better than fucking nature. You asking or you telling? Just because of the supercharge. Just the supercharges. I have chaotic growth. So savage this shit. Think about it, I'm hitting Wolf, clipping with Neo. I'll show you after this, after the alert. Just the damage potential. Yeah, well, it's on my melee loadout because I don't have a space for it on my single target. Cause I have my 3 poisons in human form, tornado pole, Neo and Wolf. On my human, then my wolf form is being taken up by, you know, what is it? Tornado pole blossom, harvest, heat vision, impaling thorns, and return to normal. I don't have a spot for it. If I take off Neo Venom, I'm losing a shit ton of fucking damage. Because I clip Wolf with Neo. I'll show you after this shit. Oh, did I miss the portal? Oh, I did. I'm an idiot. My bad. Another prec is so it's harder to get the 4th tick for nah. The 4th tick damage is gonna be upon landing, not upon like 80% of the attack going through. So like to get that full tick of damage is actually gonna hit upon landing.
Why are you hiding in your own chat?
I'm not. Well, I'm streaming for Simon.
I see. Simon's a D-bag.
So?
You're not wrong.
Only when he talks about his shield. My fucking shield's on cooldown. I'm in fucking VMF. It's a weird group. Going pretty quick, but I don't know. I don't see enough roar. I fuck that gadget shit.
I think rest of this DLC we're gonna focus, or I want us to focus on CT.
Oh, what's up?
I said the rest of the DLC I think we should focus on CTE.
I hate that word.
I know you hate it, but you need to get everyone through it and get the feats out of it, and then have to be done with it like FIE.
Oh, I know. You hear that, Simon? That means get the fuck back on. I need my DPS, buddy.
Yeah.
No, why not in combat? Whatever. That was a waste of a book form. I didn't even see you get on, dude. Oh, yeah, you did. You got on there in the. You got on there in the fucking cutscene. Simon said you could DPS on his turn.
Actually, he was correct. I could probably figure it out.
Gadgets prick though? That's just the hard version. That's like the nature shit, dude. That's the hard version.
No. I'm just gonna do the old, the regular pickup hit. I'm not gonna do the whole fucking.
I mean, if you want to get your tank up, I could fucking tank on your tune. But you don't got Gemini, so I don't like you. Never mind. Fuck, you know, I'll level up a Gemini for you. Got it.
Comes back in debt.
Comes back, has to pay me back for my fucking artifact.
Yeah, where is he, doesn't he? Or you AP?
No, he's all good. I mean, if you want to get your tank up, I could tank for you on your tank, but I'm telling you right now, I will level up a Gemini to 160 for you. My God. But I don't do the gadget shit. I could do the tank, but that's your alt. That's what I'm saying. I could do the rage thing.
I could do the regular prep shit, but I'm not gonna do the whole fucking try to spend 4 moves in a stealth mode.
But you know, I'll make anti-nature, and I'll do everything on his tune. You got heal artifacts, right? Anti? He's like, oh god, they were playing with my account.
Shit, I might as well make him fucking Earth then.
Comes back in debt. Oh shit, that's hilarious. Fucking power cost on this shit, dude.
At least keep a Muni or something. At least I have a Muni. I can fucking run the same thing.
Go hard light. I can do the hard light. Shit. Simon comes back in debt. He's like, how much did it cost for this eye, Gemini? Oh my lord! I literally almost died. I don't even know what almost killed me though. Are you reading my stream?
Me no.
No. Well, listen, Anti, I can't read that and heal at the same time. Thank you. When Neo Venom is ready, just clip taser pull with the stealth, hit Neo. Suppressor turn, jump, clip, suppressor turn. Fuck you. I'm not. You know what?
I'm gonna do that shit.
He's like, easy. Okay, so Simon, I'm gonna show you the nature shit and you tell me if it's fucking easy. And there's only one person watching, so it's okay. This dude won't get mad at me.
As long as you delete that stream after going wrong.
I'm not gonna show everything. I'm gonna show the clips. Nobody watches my shit anyway, dude. I got one viewer right now, and it's fucking Anti. It's the guy who asked me to stream. Nobody likes watching heal videos, and people are getting tired of seeing nature and shit. I don't get views. You know what's funny? My most viewed shit is my hard light stuff and my tank videos. It's like nobody wants to see nature shit. Some you see that them dollars at the bottom? That's why I don't stream. Hey, one guy asked me for fucking in-game cash one time. I was like, oh no, I don't fucking know you.
I don't stream.
Yeah, dude, last time Simon was here, last time I was streaming, some guy was trying to sell me his PC account from a fucking hero side. I timed him out. I was like, I'm not listening to this fucking guy. I timed him out of the chat. He kept spamming it. I'm like, no, you're gonna be timed out. Fuck that. My inventory just explode. I'm trying to do this shit. He was trying to sell his account on Obsidian's video too? Jesus, fuck.
Did you watch that new Alphonse shit? I only watched a part of it.
The new what? What happened?
The new Alphonse.
Yes and no. For the new stuff, you can feed your old adaptive augments into the new ones, but the old, like your old MK shit from salvaging, you can't feed that into it. It'll only be current drops from that DLC forward. But I'm unclear if you could buy this shit from the marketplace to feed it in. I don't know. I'm assuming you can.
Yeah, but you can always just buy another fucking old one and just fucking load the shit out of it.
Yeah, but you would also lose a lot of XP on it.
That was better than nothing. You know what I mean? I have like 2 tunes for fucking exo bits.
Yeah, you could. I hate that glitch with fucking wolf. You saw I was using shield as a wolf? The shit was retarded. Let me get my fucking super full. Alright, here's the shit I was gonna show you.
But then again, I guess gear's gonna drop because you're just gonna be farming those bounties all over again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's up with parsing in your fucking base? If you got shit next to your spawn target, it counts towards your targets. There's something like during the downtime too. I'm like getting super right here, but I still have the wolf buff. If I'm getting green, my counter growth would be off. It'll be ready to go right now. And I keep missing my fucking clip. I'm sad. I remember these are parses without Neo. I hit Neo on the first parse with Wolf. I didn't even hit counter growth yet, Simon. I'll hit counter growth on the next one. Cause I'm not getting enough super in between like this shit. But if I was getting green from like another guy or a tank or whatever. When this green expires, I'll do counter growth. No, but it's saying 12 targets because I'm hitting my base items.
I did buy a tech one, a tech headlight, so I could just throw it in to my other one.
It's OP. Yeah, but this is the shit I be hitting Lady Blackhawk with in fucking PCE, if I can melee. Like, this is the type of damage I'm shoving in her ass. And I'm not even doing, like, I'm not getting green from, like, another guy. I'm not jumping at any other green, no pets. You know, like, I'm still hitting above 50s. And I hit a fucking almost a 90. That was no red Gemini. That was, you know. And I messed up a few clips, too. Like, you see, like, I'm gonna hit Severed Growth and Thorn Burst. Well, I messed up the Severed Growth, but I was supposed to hit at the same time. And this should be a high parse. Because the thing is, you gotta wait. Just like that animation. There we go. I don't know what people were doing, what other people were doing in there, but I would like to think I would be ahead of others that were in there. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know, he's typing in the stream, but the way I have it set up, it's retarded, but it's like, I gotta pull it up on my phone, because it separated the fucking words, whatever. But you see, like, it's consistently 50s. You know, I'm not getting greens in between that downtime. Oh, in the last stream, yeah. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. And I wasn't even doing, like, I wasn't roaring in the last stream. If I was doing the roar, same thing. I don't know if you saw that clip I just did. See, Wolf, Neo's on cooldown. I hit Roar, Severed Growth at the same time. Thorn Burst, Dervish, back into Roar. And that's why I use the Neo head mod, because I'm clipping Wolf immediately with Neo, and I'm hitting Savage Growth and Roar at the same time. It's like let's before that shit again. I fucked it up.
So, if I say build 2 precision, 2 fucking resto, and use those, and 2 rights, and throw them in, that probably level something pretty good. Have 6 of those things to fucking spare.
For what, the like feeding the stuff into the new stuff?
Yeah. Like 6 of them. Just like all fucking head mods.
Oh yeah. I mean, or you could just buy the marketplace shit. I don't know if you can, but if you can, I have the fucking the Absorbercrons. I have the 2 heal ones for whatever, and I have the 2 might ones. Like, I have enough.
Saying, like, I have 2 bank tunes full of fucking shit, so I want to use those before I spend money, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I get it, yeah, hell yeah.
Like, the only problem is I gave all my fucking head mod, what's it called, the, Atlas to, Souls. And that's all.
And some of you see like that, the 33, 36, 30, 21, 37. That was the roar shit, but I didn't have the poisons up for a second roar. So I'm almost hitting 40s without getting the second roar. That was just me showing you the speed of the clips.
Are we on diminished? Like, can't put any more in?
Probably because I fucking gave like almost 130 XP the prestige this cycle. What current cycle is 102? Gave 121,000.
Bought the catalyst shit and threw it in. So good. You bought the catalyst and threw it in?
No, I bought the Prive told me about this. He told me to buy the you know the fallen god shit from this is from fucking Typhon. The route chest.
With cash?
No, with the source marks.
Oh.
It's the style. It's the fallen god shit. It's the Typhon the Typhon vendor gear. The chest is worth like 700 something prestige.
How much does it cost? How many source marks?
Like 9. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like the whole nature shit, it's more than just being nature. Like the really stupid shit is when you can get all the clips down and you know how to maximize your super, which you're building yourself, giving back to yourself. That's the shit that makes it cheesy, because even if they, for whatever reason, they nerf the damage and you somehow can't throw yourself greens anymore, you just run with people that throw greens. And then that actually frees up another DPS artifact, so that frees up a red Gemini or frees up a strat card or whatever, which if they do a damage nerf, you're making that up through an artifact. The only reason that's stupid is because you're able to do that damage in heal roll, because of they don't there's no damage debuff in support roll for anything, for heal, troll or tank. That's why you usually see like an earth tank that punches the ground or an atomic. They're usually like right behind like the bottom DPS. Even if it's like a couple mil difference, it's because they're like they're hitting like DPSs. They just don't have the like DPS moves on their bar. My single target sucks. $47. I didn't even hit Neo, just whatever. There we go. 55. $53. That's what 27. So look at my wolf crits drop. Back up to a 58. My wolf crits drop here, so I'm gonna reset them. $70 single target. $55. $42. Like it's consistently high, but it only jumps up to like near 80s when I hit Neo, and then if the target's below 35. So right here should be like near 50. I fucked up that clip or whatever. I was thinking, it's only, you still have the downtime, like, we're here, I'm not getting any greens, Simon. Like, I still have my wolf crit buff, because if I'm getting greens, and they take away, like, the heal roll shit, I'll still be able to,
Oh,
run a strat card, or Gemini, or, you know, there's ways to get more damage. You're only running in heal roll, because you need the amount of supers, you're depending on a super, and you're pushing it with Neo.
wow.
What's up?
Right, the guy in our league thinks his name Alien Lives Matter.
What happened?
Alien Lives Matters.
They
is
do.
the nerve.
I think it might be a damage. I think this might be a damage nerf to this nature itself, but not. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know, if I can get Tornado Pull to crit. 64k with the wolf crit. 24. 61. I'm not buffed right now because the wolf crits wore off. So 50. Alright, 50, 51 or whatever. Baby heat vision, 20s. 20s. Alright. So like it's you know, heat vision hits pretty hard, tornado pull hits hard. Impaling thorns, it's, you know, they're below what, 35 right now, so it's gonna hit hard. When it crits big. The thing with the dots don't really, you know, they're critting for like a couple thousand. The thing is, when you're doing the reason it hits so hard is because when you go into wolf, you're, look what this is hitting for. See, like that hit for 72, 37, 60, 69. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they can nerf the dots, nerf the damage to the nature powers themselves, but you still got this is gonna slap 25, 26. Dervish is Dervish. Everyone knows Dervish. Savage growth, no poisons. They hit for 21, 20. I get this bitch to crit. I don't want it to crit with the buff from Nate with the wolf. Yeah, 52. Alright, and it hits harder when they got poisons. The only thing they can really do is just nerf the damage, because most of your damage is coming from Dervish and your super speed move. The dots only help, like they only supplement your damage. Like it's not like an electric dot where it's like the whole fucking thing. You see what I'm saying? Like 60, 68. Like, this is stupid. Even if they nerf the damage to like Savage Growth, the poisons and all that shit, you still got 2 moves on your loadout. Vortex Trap, Dervish, that are gonna hit hard as hell. Unless they tone those down too, but that'll just nerf a lot of other DPSs too. And then with single target, and that also affect Roar if they nerf the way the poisons interact and just the base damage of nature's moves. That'll affect Roar. And then, but for single target, you're still using 2 iconic powers. You're still using Tornado Pull. We're using Tornado Pull with his movement power, and then heat vision. And then again, you're in Wolf with the crit buff. So like they would have to tone down the base damage of nature, because the crit buff is only 13 seconds. Like they have to tone down the damage of nature, because you still have access to a crit buff, while again you can stack it together. While, you know, and look at my bar, my super bar on the top left corner. I'm building it back. See what I mean? And like while my Neo's on cooldown, I'm still doing wolf shit. Like I'm still getting the crit buff. Cool. You know, still doing whatever. Alright, and like you see, like, it's still building. It's not gonna drop. It's, you know, again, another wolf. I'm able to maintain like the high crit damage. But if they tone down the base damage of how nature just hits, it'll bring it, you know, down to, you know, a lot of other powers. But again, you still have access to a second super. And, you know, I could still run Wolf, and look, I have the helmet mod for Neo. so I can still run, into another wolf. I still have a wolf left. And again, like there's times where I'm still buffed by wolf, but in the middle of rotations. So if I'm getting green from another source, like they're building it back while I'm still maintaining that buff. Like, that they would have just had to tone down the base damage. Like, they can't do anything else unless they're gonna change it mechanically, which I don't think they know how. But if they just get a nerf, there just have to be a damage nerf, or just do it. If they, I don't know. I think it'll just be a damage nerf because it's the easiest thing for them to do. And again, you're still using like 4 powers that aren't nature specific. You got Tornado Pull, Heat Vision, Dervish, and Vortex Trap, while being be able to hit Neo and Wolf and maintain your own super, which a lot of no other power can do that. Unless again they take away the heal roll that you're able to throw. I don't know how they would do that because they can't. You can't take away being able to throw greens in heal roll because that'll affect everything, or in support roll. So
I think what they can do is make things 30 seconds for a minute long, or
the cooldowns.
Yep, or the cost.
Now, no, nature already has a 50% power cost. It has Gorilla and Rampage.
Saying,
nah, they can't do that shit.
What if we make them 100%?
No, but Gorilla's already 50%.
Yeah, but what if they make Gorilla 100% and they make Gold 50%?
It's retarded.
I'm just saying, that's the only way I can see them fucking with it, because they're too stupid to actually go in and learn the nature coding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have to say a damage nerf. That's the safest, and that's the safest thing for them to do without breaking it, like what you just said. And to hit with your point, Simon, if they're doing the 50% wolf, everyone will just run Gorilla, because Gorilla turns Impaling Thorns into an AoE. So your 35% becomes an AoE.
So what if they made a 100 and the other one 50?
That'll be stupid because no other transformation does it. That's like doing Ice Elemental or fucking Arbiter. No other transformation is a fucking is 100%. The 50% fight is Gorilla, but then everyone's just gonna use Gorilla because again, you get more benefits in Gorilla. You're gonna hit harder. It's a permanent buff, and again, it turns your Impaling Thorns into 50%. So that'll be like a buff to nature, like an indirect buff to nature.
God, if they make it 100.
I guess, but then you just take forever to fucking build a supercharge. It's stupid.
Like I said, I can see them doing that because they're too fucking stupid to
nah, fuck that.
We can't share.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not even that, because the whole poison shit is like I said, even if to do like the whole roar, sheer poisons, if you tone that damage down, you can still do all that shit. It's just you're not gonna blow people out the water by 8 mil. Like I'm beating good DPS by 8 mil, 10 mil. Like Deprived, he's good. Dave, he's good. When I'm roaring against Anti, I'm leaving him in the water. Zappa's leaving him in, he's just dusting him because of the roar shit. But if they tone that down and they're turning Flourish Shot down and just move everything else up, like just buff the moves.
I think they just should leave Flourish Shot the way it is. You should leave nature with this and just fucking tweak every other power up.
I guess, yeah. I mean that's also an option. And the whole thing with Green and Wolf, because Wolf is considered a supercharge, they don't have to activate the fucking the Gemini. Like again, that's mechanic. They can't change the artifact.
Like if they made into 12 seconds, like fucking what's it called, like Breaker, I'd fucking use it way more. I'd fucking off that. I didn't fucking use it. You know what I mean? It's worth it.
Well, when the war goes down, I'll be in a party chat and play some Mortal Kombat or something. I'm probably gonna stream it if Anti's gonna be on. Are you gonna be on Anti in like 3 minutes? Probably stream some shit and get back on DC.
I'll be back on pump. So I'll be still it now. I'm gonna log in. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's because the last Gemini change they did was they made it so you can't do it out of combat, which was fine, cool, whatever. But they didn't change what it did. You know what I mean? Like they really couldn't change it like that. Like you can't change what it does. If Wolf is considered a supercharge, it's gonna activate the Gemini. And the only thing I can see them doing is, again, if they keep it 25, maybe make the cooldown longer, or just nerf the damage. Like I would say this a damage nerf. Then you keep everything the same. But the thing is, with a damage nerf, they can either over nerf it or under nerf it, where it'll still be like, let's say they nerf it by like 5%. Like the really people that know the power in and out, like myself, Stooge, Turtle, Joking, Zappa, like we know how to squeeze out the extra. Like we're 8 million good DPS. Tone that shit down. Like you're hitting Neo and Wolf, or maybe make it so if you could still do all that extra shit, cause that's the same thing with gadgets and fucking mental. You're clipping moves in between transformation frames. You'll be able to do that still, but if you're hitting less, that buff that you're getting from Neo and Wolf will just make it to like like it's actually a supercharge. It's not a fucking supercharge. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like a damage nerf is probably the easiest thing for them to do. And if they do it right, it'll balance it. If they do it right, it will balance it. It doesn't. It doesn't. I know, but no, but see, Sorcerer is the only good sorcery might I've seen, and his single target is up there in the 50s. It's just, it's sorcery. It's limited. The powers that have the transformations, that you actually have access to a full another loadout, and you can clip with like that with gadgets. Even gadget might like skills kicks ass, dude. Anti kicks ass. Pause kicks ass. You're squeezing out that extra damage in between those frames, and it's different than like it's different than just the power itself. Like you still got the powers that are super stupid because they can do moves like that, and like in those frames they're hitting shit that hits hard. Like with nature, I'm clipping tornado pull with fucking heat vision, while I'm buffed by Neo and Wolf. Like that shit's stupid. Like anti the summit parsers, I was hitting almost 80s. I hit like a 79, and I was all the time above 50. And then with super with chaotic growth, dude, I was almost a million. And I was in a Spartan target in my base. Like that's not in content. It would have been way. Well, it would have been hurry up buff troll, get the extra might on a buff. So I didn't have a supply drop, no buff soda, no trail. It was just base, whatever. That shit is kind of stupid. Like fucking 80 Ks on single target. Like come on, that's kind of dumb. Tone that shit down to like 60s. Then that will bring gadget perk down to like I think anti Parsons near 70s. He was like Parsons 65, 67s. Tone that shit down to like low 60s, mid to low 60s, like 60, 63. That'll bring nature and that shit down, and then move sorcery up. A lot of the powers that kind of suck up, like Ice Might, that shit needs fucking buffs. Like Ice Might isn't good at all. Like that shit is not good for AoE, it's not good for melee, it's not good for single target. It could work, but like it's still at the bottom. Like even Rage, it's not the best at range, but when you get in that in that ass, like you got so much fucking damage. You got Berserk with Gemini, like you're killing it. Like certain powers have their own little perks, their own, like their own little things that they could do. But again, it's probably just bring that damage in line, closer to each other. Like I said, even if they change like if they tone the damage down with just like the base value, there's shit that we're doing to squeeze out the extra damage, like Neo and Wolf, and like you got gadgets with how they're clipping. You got mental with how they're clipping, whether it's gadget or might, or whether it's prick or might. you know, like even if it's a damage nerf, there's still the good players that can do all those clips. Like I think I fucked up like twice in like the past like hour I was streaming, and like like even anti-assault on the time assault was messing up. I was still hitting hard as hell. I was still hitting like 60s.